But she's fine right there if, you know, if you want to keep her there.
Sometimes this is what we do. It's an ongoing battle.
Jenny Lake is a mom.
There's ups and downs.
In Bellbrook, the Lakes have 4 kids at home.
Some days I feel like I really won the day. And
2 of her children are in school.
other days, you know, I just want to sit and cry because it's all overwhelming.
And the family has a 5th child on the way.
Hey there, Anna.
Then there's 3rd grade teacher Kim Ehrlich.
And this is my 23rd year teaching.
You've been around the block a little bit.
Yeah, I am. I'm definitely not a new crayon in this box.
Seems like forever ago.
Hello, everybody.
She and her 18 Kettering students were all in the same classroom together at Orchard Park Elementary.
Today we actually have some special visitors with us today.
We're getting by.
Tyler Alexander is Kettering High School's principal, and every day
All of our students, I believe, are struggling through this.
he was quick to put more focus on his empty hallways, abandoned lockers, and what students are missing out on by not being in the actual school building.
The difference is we're not able to cover all the content that we would normally cover during fourth quarter being online. So one of my concerns is the gap in content, not necessarily the summer slide.
Technology has helped. The Kettering School District has more than 4,000 Chromebooks in students' hands, so they can learn whatever they can from home.
So we're going to have to deal with the content gaps.
I mean, there might be spring coverage there.
Yeah. While Alexander truly believes teachers and district leaders will get that figured out, the emotional challenges teenagers face are constantly on his mind.
I worry that a student that may not have needed support in the past now may need support, and we aren't here to help support them quickly like we would during the school year.
We read a book,
For Jenny's son Owen, his grades are fine, but what he misses
seeing everybody at school and seeing my teachers.
Years ago, Jenny was a school teacher and knows the classroom demands. But home life now, compared to just a few months ago,
We're just kind of working around the craziness.
You're making it work.
Yeah. We have to make it work.
Yellow.
what has been extra challenging is making sure little Olivia gets the schooling she needs.
It is difficult. I think on day 2 I cried and said, I can't be all these people.
Used to be my dining room.
Here she is now at her home classroom.
She is working on writing her numbers right now.
Olivia had an individualized education plan through the district, and when she was in her school classroom, she had 6 school employees working with her.
All of those resources are now essentially gone.
And it's now on your shoulders.
Now I am all of those people. She went from having 6 support systems to now having 1. Now I'm still in close contact with all of those people, and they're very supportive.
Mom worries about little Olivia excelling socially and academically.
Not having her peer support has definitely set her back.
That feeling shows up in a new Pew Research poll.
About 64% of K through 12 parents
Were somewhat or very concerned about their children falling behind. Most, especially lower-income parents. Dayton Public Schools is one of 76 members of a coalition of the nation's largest public systems. The Council of Great City Schools is dedicated to improving inner-city children's education. Ray Hart is their research director.
There is no substitute for face-to-face interaction of teachers.
Be that as it may,
For public education, I think it is part of our new normal, but I think it's a good thing.
Hart went on to tell me during our Zoom interview it is too early to give distance learning a grade because the in-school experience changed so abruptly.
You're going to have challenges with that transition. You're going to have students who are able to avail themselves of that more easily than particularly for students in poverty.
While he is confident teachers and students will figure it out,
So congrats to Sammy.
he is concerned about kids missing out on peer support.
And then I actually finished the book.
Mrs. Ulrich worries as well.
But what we're going to do today is just do a regular session. They want to see what it's like to do school while the coronavirus is having everybody stay home.
She has to lean so heavily on technology, even when it comes to sharing a good old-fashioned paperback book.
Mac turns on the TV. We are on the early news at 5 o'clock.
It is not perfect, but
We're just going to show them that we can totally do this. It's not the same, but it's totally awesome anyway.
Every day, teachers and students are tweaking the learning process.
Hey, does anybody have any questions?
And with summer coming and kids already not being in the physical classroom the last 2 months, that means more than 4 months out of the classroom. So, how will teachers and students manage next school year?
We'll meet them where they're at and continue from there.
That's added pressure on you, the educator.
Sure. Third grade teachers, we have a lot of pressure.
That added pressure is third grade error testing, where schools must make sure students are on track and at a reading level set by the state of Ohio. If third grade students do not pass Ohio's mandated reading test, they cannot move on to the fourth grade. But when COVID hit this school year, the governor and legislature waived the testing requirements.
If the governor was standing here right now, or the state superintendent, what message would you have for them?
Be gracious. These kids are going through a lot right now, and honestly, for a lot of them, the most important thing is not their schooling. It's their health, their family safety.
Now the big question is, what will happen with students in the fall?
It's tough to have those conversations now because we don't know what the beginning of next school year is going to look like.
So many what ifs.
Those you guys wrote some really nice letters. I think
All teachers, principals, parents, and kids can do
Octagon.
is wait.
And we're okay. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to be messy.
Triangle.
We get through it.
Everyone hopes the summer slide
I'm done.
You're all done?
does not turn into an educational freefall. In Dayton, James Brown.